more than a dozen people in the jury pool who owned or did own a gun. I found that fascinating. Do you think that had a role in selecting the jurors?
Yeah, I think it did, but I live in this part of Florida. It's hard to find people who don't own a gun or have a family member who owns a gun. So I think that's going to be part of something that plays into the defense's hand, because most of these people are either armed or concerned for safety. That one lady who moved here from Chicago said, I moved here because I want my kids to be safe. She's not going to like people skulking around her neighborhood, and that's how the defense is going to make Trayvon sound.
Yeah, good point. Gene, we heard from Mark O'Mara. He spoke out after this saying, yes, I am happy with the jury selection, but you never really know what the jurors are thinking when it comes down to it. He has a good point there.
It's very true, because the jurors, all of them, said that they have to listen to the evidence. They cannot render an opinion. They don't think it's right. We heard little things that I think could help either side. B29, who came from Chicago just months ago, said that when this all came down, she and her girlfriends were talking about it in Chicago, and all of her girlfriends were on the side of Trayvon Martin. She was the one that did not have an opinion at that point. But 2 out of the 6 have only been here for months in the area, which I think is interesting.
Wow, thanks so much, Gene. I know, Janet, you're sticking around to talk with us about Jodi Arias. She was back in court today. Haven't seen her in a while. And she was wearing shackles and a striped prison uniform. The judge delayed a decision on when to begin Jodi's penalty phase, her retrial. It was supposed to start July 18th, but the defense asked for a continuance. A jury convicted Jodi in the May murder of her ex-boyfriend, Travis Alexander, but they were deadlocked on whether to give her death or life in prison. Couldn't agree. 3 of those jurors actually showed up at today's hearing. We joined defense attorney Janet Johnson once again. Janet, what was the reaction from Jodi? Did she notice in court when those jurors showed up? It makes you wonder if she said, wait a minute, I recognize these people.
Yeah, when I have clients that stand next to me, they're always cautioned, don't turn around and look. So she might not have wanted to turn around and gawk, but apparently she did notice her mom was there. So I'm sure she did see these people and recognize them. And, she's probably thankful that they're not going to have anything to do with the rest of her case, because I'm always a little bit concerned as a defense attorney for people who are that interested that they keep coming back. That shows a level of activism that might be beyond what you want in a defense case.
Janet, what do you think will happen here? Will we have to go through another penalty phase, and what does that consist of if it's not a retrial? How do you retry just a certain part of the penalty phase with people who you hope have no idea about this case?
Yeah, and I think that's why the defense kind of had a minor victory today, because they are trying to stall it, and the judge basically said it's not going to happen the date that we thought it was going to happen. The defense obviously wants people to kind of have a cooling off period. The people who've been watching, will be weeded out. She'll be out of the news. So they're going to have to start from scratch with people who, obviously they might know who Jodi Arias is, but they can't know all of the inflammatory things that came out of the trial, and then they're going to retry bits and pieces in order to get a decision on whether she lives or dies, because they really have to hear a lot of evidence that we didn't hear in the last penalty phase.
Yeah, in most states, if they can't come to an agreement, it's automatic life in prison. Do you think the state, Juan Martinez, can come to the table and say, okay, we don't want to go through this again, put Travis's family through this? Can they come back and say, we'll agree to life?
I thought they would, because it wasn't like 1 or 2 people hung on this. I mean, usually if it's 4 or more people, the state looks at it and thinks, this isn't a close call. I have to get unanimity, and I wasn't that close. But it sounds like all words coming out of that camp are, we are going to go for death again, and the family wants death. So I think he's going to do it, but I'm a little surprised by that.
Yeah, I think he's really relying on what Travis Alexander's family feels about it. It seems as though they really want the death penalty here. Janet, thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you.
And when we come back,